What if I told you that casting, releasing, and shallowing were all synonyms? They're all the same, except there's one key difference. That sounds confusing. But this is a secret, so don't tell anybody, because this is the truth about how to shallow the golf club. It's not that hard, and anybody can do it. Anybody. You don't need to be a special talent. And the nice part is if you look at the PGA Tour, it kind of makes sense, because if you look at the PGA Tour guys, yes, there's guys like Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka who they look like supermen, but most of them are like balding, fat, overweight, non-athletic guys, just like you and me. So we can too swing it like them. And I'm going to tell you how to do it. So I want you to come over here. Let's first explain exactly what's going on, right? So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put this thing on live, and I want you to just watch the screen. Don't watch me, just watch the screen. So I'm going to set up. I'm going to get in my posture, and I'm going to take it up to the top. And now look at how the shaft is shallowing. Now, look at me, and you're going to see, look at what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure that you can get your arms down in front of you too. And if you go look, after you get done watching this YouTube video, and you go type in the golf room, or not the golf room, you go look up Golf Channel Academy Live, and you type in Golf Channel Academy Live, Tiger Woods and Butch Harmon. You will see a video of Tiger Woods and Butch Harmon kind of talking about this concept. And I'm going to tell you the secret as to what that is, right? So the club was coming down, and all I was doing was getting my arms to come down and not spin my chest. And anybody can do this, right? Anybody can move their arms up and down. I hope so, right? Probably. So if you look at this, let's just take a few case studies to kind of look at this. So first, we have this player, right? So this player is hitting a shot that's moving away from the target, and we know that we want to hit a golf ball that's always playing offense, working towards the pin. We call that at the Golf Room Everywhere a stock shot, right? So this player is going to set up, and we're going to draw a line on his hands, and you're going to see how his hands go up, 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 right? And then he tomahawks it over the top. So that shaft is super steep, right? And then, actually, let's use this one because this camera angle is a little bit better. So let's go here, not camera angle, the quality of it. So he goes up, his hands go up, and then he tomahawks it over the top, right? And when we go halfway down, look at how his chest is. See how you can't really see the script in his chest, right? So he's pitching the club out, right? And if we look at all of the greats, so now let's take some case studies, so it's not like I'm just making this stuff up, right? So we got to get you to essentially buy into what this is, because if you buy in, then you go, yeah, this is the secret. This is what everyone is doing. So if we look at Rory, right, we're going to take two court studies, right? As he comes down, look at how back his shoulders are, right? His chest right now is looking more, and his shoulders are looking more out towards the right here. And look at how shallow that shaft is compared to this guy, who's same thing. Look at how much he's rotating. So if he's like watching a YouTube video and the guy is saying rotate more, that's terrible advice. And that's the common theme that we see, online right now, is just rip it from the top. And that's just not good advice, right? There is a time to rip it, but we have to be a little bit patient in our transition. So now we look at, like Mr. Ryder Cup, President's Cup, team leader, right? Look halfway down, shoulders more shut, right? We look at, let's look at Justin Rose, last example. We go to Justin Rose, halfway down, shoulders more shut. So I'm not making this up. This is what they do. It is what it is, right? Don't shoot the messenger. Now what we need to do is we need to make it so that his hands at the top are deep like Justin's. His hands are above his heels, left arm matching shoulders. You can see this gentleman, hands way too high, hands in the middle of the feet, and arm above. So now when his hands take a beeline to the ball, they're going to straight line and come way over the top. So now what we did in the lesson, right, all we did is we made it to where we gave it to where his hands got deeper and he was going back, right? So we got it, so his hands were going deeper. So now at the top, you can see how his left arm will match his shoulders. His hands are above his heels. We trained him how to get the shaft down, and now look at how much more shallow the club is, right? So that now he can start to hit these stock shots, right? Balls that are kind of right to left, so he doesn't have to hit that nasty slice. And it wasn't that difficult, right? We set up ways in which he can essentially become his own coach, so that he can take it back. Let me put this back on live for us so we can see this. So that essentially he could become his own coach, and he could set up and then hit balls so that he knew that his hands were deep enough. And then we had to train him like for about 5 seconds on how to get his arms down, so that now when my hands get to here, right? So as I go back and my hands get down, now my knees are square, my shoulders are like 20 degrees shut. Now you have permission to just rip it with rotation around the corner, and that ripping of the rotation is what's going to stabilize the face through impact. What you do is you take it up to the top, you look at these YouTube tips and you go, man, they're trying to get open, right? So you go here like this and you go, yeah, oh my God, that shaft is terrible, right? So you got to get the shaft shallow first before you give yourself permission to rip it, right? To rip it with rotation. I want you to rip it, just needs to be a little bit slower. So that's the secret to shallowing, right? There's a transition that you've got to be able to own to do that, right? And it's simple. Anybody can do it, and you can do it too, right? So go try this tip. Comment below. Be sure to subscribe, because I'm going to give all these free tips away and give you the true secrets as to what these tour players are doing. So go subscribe, click the link, share with a friend, the guy who's over the top who you play with on the weekend, and you go, and he's trying to do this stuff, and you go, that's terrible advice, so that now your eyes can be open to the truth to how to hit stock shots like that. And if you want more content, right, you want all of this stuff, I got free stuff, a ton of different videos at thegolfroomeverywhere.com. Go check those out, and you can get cool drills like this so that you can become your own coach and hit stock shots. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, wait, before I let you go, I got to show you this. Look, this was that swing that guy hit. 163 yards total. The next swing, 193 yards total. I mean, 30 yards in like 5 seconds. It was literally like 5 minutes. That sounds pretty good.